It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's Goodwin. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it on the outside. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to buy time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Here we go, here we go.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown LSU.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. Fourth down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Golden Bears can really attack on this second and short. Red pass, it's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Going to swing it on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Calls his own number. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And that's a frustrating couple plays for this offense, man. Such a great situation on first down, gaining all that yards, almost got a first down, and then second down and third down, you just don't execute and then go backwards. This offense is stuck in reverse instead of trying to fall forward, get a first down, do something positive.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He hurls one deep down the left side. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Still looking on the move. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's looking deep. Gets him inside the 20, still going. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Steps away. Blasted as he lets it go. They're working that left side. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal for the offense. Looking to fire. Floating away. Trying to pull his way out. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. That brings us to third and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Gets the back moving. Back to pass on second down. Bringing the heat. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Now improvising. Throws into the middle of the field. He's got it for a big play. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's a really nice catch there, and I know LSU goes by the moniker of DBU, but you take a look at all the draft picks they've had in recent years. And this guy and his talent, they may be getting consideration soon of joining teams like Alabama and Ohio State for wide receiver year. This guy is really good.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Spits it out to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Gonna look downfield again. Got it in the middle. It's McCluster. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Just going to keep it after the snap. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, it's a body blow, and it's demoralizing. It's a good point, Reese. When you go for it like that.
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. Then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snags it over the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were. That's why they got the 1st down.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. The throw to the outside is complete. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He lets it fly. He's got it inside the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Golden Bears want to move quickly. The Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll swing it out to the left. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bell. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. To the air on 1st down. On the run, deep down the right side. Hardly toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to scramble. He's got it on the move. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Quarterback extends the play. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Takes a snap, wants to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Now adjusting. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Going to take a shot. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Cal! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Dances away. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically.
Going for it all. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. The throw. This time on target. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense...
There he goes! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Golden Bears will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking to throw on first down. Scrambling away. Throwing on the run. It's a big stride inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to get it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Back's looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up fourth and goal.
The offense trying to find a way on fourth and goal from the 2. Just keep slinging it. Touchdown, Golden Bears! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, fourth and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch, huge job and huge execution on fourth down.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Ortiz. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
Grab near the sticks. It's Ortiz. Lowers those pads. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air on second down. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick. Get it to your playmakers in space. Get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun. Wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Finds a man on the left. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Finds his big tight end. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. force their way in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
Is no good. That keeps the score. LSU 34, Cal 21.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. The screen, he's got wheels. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Golden Bears want to crank the tempo. Second down, he'll throw it. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. At the 40, there he goes. Hits the accelerator to the right. Inside the touchdown, Cal. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Quarterback making adjustments. He wants to throw it. Quarterback adapting. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet. Haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down, we'll open up the final period. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Gets rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Quarterback just threw that one wide. Might have been bothered that the defender was going to try to undercut that route and pick it off.
Yeah, and those out routes, remember, you're throwing all the way towards the sideline, so it's a longer throw. And you're right, if you miss short, Reese, that DB gets to take it, collect it, and go back to the house the other direction. So you definitely want to miss long, but I just wouldn't say that long.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Moving away from pressure. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Field goal is good.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. He'll start this drive firing. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it down the left. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And the Golden Bears are in the hurry up. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away to buy time. Fires on the move. Got his man on the right. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry. But they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that. So they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end.
Turning it on. Oh, he got loose. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. The Golden Bears, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll send the back in motion. They want to throw it. Steps away to find some room. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And the comeback is on. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ortiz. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execute.
He's going to let it go. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. You string together a few games like this, and all of a sudden you're pursuing Jamar Chase for that single-season receiving record.
And pursuing some postseason hardware too, baby. Like, you're trying to be the best receiver in football. You're trying to be an All-American, and it's plays like this that starts getting that pub going, the hype train going, and at the end of the year you want to be like, best receiver in football? Where's he from? Baton Rouge.
They want that clock to run. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. With the catch, it's Hawkins. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Might be calling a hot route. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. LSU getting set on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Handoff from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Snaps it in the shotgun. Here's a heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Back open in the middle. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. He's looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is how you rise to the occasion late in the game. Your defense had to come up big, had to get the offense the football back. They're trailing by a little bit now. Let's go make this thing even more special.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time? Breaking on the ball. It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Suddenly, with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. And the quarterback takes a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.